Yes, welcome back, children. We have discussed about Ramakrishna Mission and Swami Vivekananda. No? Now, let us know the preachings of Ramakrishna Mission. What were the views of Ramakrishna Mission? That we'll check once again. So, let me have the page on the screen first. Okay, see, children. Swami Vivekananda believed that people should be educated first and then they themselves seek reformation. See, it is a very important thing. So, unless we do not know what is our right and what is our duty, there will not be any reformation at all, right? So that's why it was the strong belief of Swami Vivekananda that people should be educated first. They should be made to know what is their right and what is their duty. So then, if they once understand all those things, what will they do? They will start reforming the society. So if everybody gets reformed, then what happens? Society also will be reformed. That was the idea. Then he wanted legal institutions to implement appropriate rules to support reformation. See, this is the main feature of 19th century reformation movement in India. Means whoever tried for social reformation, no, they also forced the government to pass the laws. Raja Ram Mohan Rai, he forced Lord William Bentinck to abolish sati system. See, legal institutions, laws, rules should be present. So it was the idea of all the reformers of that time. Then next one is he also wanted people to stop following the Western ideas blindly. See here, he had studied both Western culture, Western philosophy, and Eastern philosophy, and he had found that Indian philosophy is superior. That's why he told that people should not follow Western ideas blindly. He believed it is the duty of the religion to provide light. Without this, religion in itself is of no use, declared Swami Vivekananda. Then the one who responds to the poor is Mahatma and one who doesn't is Duratma. See, opposite words. You have Mahatma and Duratma. Very easily you can write this point in the examination, no children. Poor, who supports the poor, Mahatma. So who doesn't support poor, Duratma. Then he opposed caste system, untouchability, idea of supremacy based on caste system. And also he believed that means he wanted to reach that humanitarian aspect, and that's why he told that we should take the humanity to such a place where there are no Quran, Vedas, and Bible. Means we should come above all these things. Quran, Bible, ಮತ್ತೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ದಾಟಿ ವೇದವನ್ನು ದಾಟಿ ನಾವು ಬರಬೇಕು. So humankind, one unity of humankind. About that we have to think. Still, we need to attain this by attaining unity among Quran, Vedas, and Bible. In our country, there is a need for unity between Hindu and Islam. A Vedic mind in Islamic body is the only path of progress. Vedic mind in Islamic body or Quran mind in Hindu body. That's how we have to achieve unity. So that was the idea of means we have to go beyond our religion. So Quran, Bible, and also your Vedas. Above that we have to stand. So that's why told by Swami. That was told by Swami Vivekananda. So 3 marks, 4 marks important question you can expect from this part of the lesson, children. Yes? Yeah. Stop here. Next page. Photo of Swami Vivekananda. Yes, see, you know, no, Swami Vivekananda very well, but still I have the picture of him here. Next. Yeah, stop. Yes, children. See, after this one, that is your Ramakrishna mission, we are going to study about Theosophical Society. Theosophy, Theism. Theism means relating to God, relating to Adhyatma, relating to spiritual life. No, Theosophical Society. It was established by these two people, Madam Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott. These two people, one was a Russian and one was from United States of America. Okay, so Madam Blavatsky and H.S. Olcott, they were the founders. Actually, when it is asked who is the founder of Theosophical Society, we will write that Annie Besant, because Annie Besant was the very active member of Theosophical Society, but she did not found Theosophical Society. It was established by two people. One is Madam Blavatsky and another one is H.S. Olcott. So, in the year, children, 1886, I think it is visible to you. In the year 1886, they founded Theosophical Society and they established its main branch, its head office in a place called Adiyar. Okay, what is the name of that place? Adiyar. Today also it is located there. It is near Chennai of Tamil Nadu state. Adiyar near Chennai. So we have the head office of Theosophical Society. So what was the main aim of this Theosophical Society? Theosophical Society wanted to make a comparison between the philosophies of different religions. So we had Christianity, we had Judaism, we have Islam, we have Hinduism, we have Parsis, right? So they wanted to make comparative study of all the philosophies, and finally they found, okay, that the philosophy practiced by Hinduism is the superior one, and they made Hindu philosophy as the principle of their teaching. That is the greatness of Hindu philosophy, Hindu scriptures. So they spoke about universal brotherhood, okay, harmony, universal brotherhood. They spoke. Then, yes. So whatever problems were there in Hindu society, they should be solved by studying the Hindu scriptures. So that was their idea. It was everybody's idea, right? Then next comes the most active member of Theosophical Society, children. That is Annie Besant. So this Annie Besant, let me show you the picture of Annie Besant. Yes, share the page. Yes, this was H.S. Olcott, children. He was one of the founders of Theosophical Society. H.S. Olcott he was. Next, she was Madam Blavatsky. Okay, so she was again one of the founders of Theosophical Society. Then next, here we have the picture of Annie Besant. Okay, remember this face cut? Annie Besant. Again, I have another picture of Annie Besant. Yeah, see, she was Annie Besant. So, who worked as one of the she was the most active member of Theosophical Society in India. She took participation in what, children? Indian freedom struggle also. Okay, yeah, stop sharing. Yeah, here you can see Annie Besant. She was an Irish lady. She was a lady from Ireland and she came to India in the year 1893. 1893, it is very important year because in this year Swami Vivekananda participated in World Religions Conference that was held in Chicago, where the people of the world understood about the greatness of Indian culture. ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So in the year 1893, Annie Besant came to India. Okay, then she became popular as Shweta Saraswati ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಶ್ವೇತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಐರಿಷ್ ಲೇಡಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರಲ್ವಾ, ಬೆಳ್ಳಗಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ವಾ. So that's why she became popular as Shweta Saraswati. She was a great scholar. See, she learnt Sanskrit and she translated Bhagavad Gita to English. Okay, so that was the great work done by Srimati Annie Besant. Actually, she was a lady from Ireland. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ her husband was a clergyman in Anglican church. ಓಕೆ, ಹಂಗೆ ರೋಮನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಲಿಕ್ ಚರ್ಚು, ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಚರ್ಚು, ಆರ್ಥೋಡಾಕ್ಸ್ ಚರ್ಚು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ವಾ, ಹಂಗೆ ಆಂಗ್ಲಿಕನ್ ಚರ್ಚ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹರ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲರ್ಜಿಮನ್ ಇನ್ ಆಂಗ್ಲಿಕನ್ ಚರ್ಚ್. She divorced him and she became active member of Theosophical Society. She came to India in the year 1893. In the year 1886 it was established. 7 years after the establishment of Theosophical Society, she came to India. Okay, then she got the title Shweta Saraswati. She opened many schools here. So universal brotherlyhood was the main philosophy of Theosophical Society. Harmony, peace. Okay, so for them the base of preaching was Hindu philosophy, Hindu scriptures. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಆಧಾರವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು and Annie Besant declared that Hindu culture, Hindu scriptures, Hindu philosophy is far superior. ಬರೀ superior ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ superior ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. So Hindu philosophy is far superior to European philosophies. She declared openly, children. Okay, see, that's the greatness of Indian philosophies. Then she opened colleges, and the name of the important college established by her is Central Hindu College at Banaras, the place where the place from which Modi got elected, no, Banaras, Kashi Vishwanathan ಜಾಗ, ವಾರಣಾಸಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ವಾರಣಾಸಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೆಂತದು ಅಕ್ಷಯ್? ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಕಳೆದಿದೆ. See, this Banaras, Varanasi, in this place she established Central Hindu College. Then the same college was converted by Madan Mohan Malviya. Modi government first time ಅಂದಾಗ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿವಿಲಿಯನ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿಸಂ. ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 1916 ದಿಸ್ ಮದನ್ ಮೋಹನ್ ಮಾಳವೀಯ ಎಷ್ಟೋ 100 ವರ್ಷದ ನಂತರ I think Bharata Ratna, he was awarded with Bharata Ratna, Madan Mohan Malviya. So during the first term of Modi's government, okay, so he converted this Central Hindu College established by Annie Besant in Banaras to a university. Who was that person? Madan Mohan Malviya. Then children, next one is she started 2 magazines. One is New India and another one is Commonwealth. Okay, which are the two? One is New India and another one is, children, Commonwealth. These were the 2 periodicals started by Srimati Annie Besant here. And also she started Home Rule movement in India. She took active participation in the Indian national movement. 1915-1916 ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಪೀಕ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ ಮುಗಿದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ, ರಾಡಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಬಾಲಗಂಗಾಧರ್ ತಿಲಕ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು ಅವಾಗ. ಬಾಲಗಂಗಾಧರ್ ತಿಲಕ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ at that time. So during that time, Srimati Annie Besant, she also took active participation. She created awareness among the Indians. She created the idea of nationalism among the Indians through these periodicals. One is New India and another one is Commonwealth. These are the 2 periodicals started by her. Okay, then next comes the Home Rule movement, children. See, Home Rule movement, it was started by her in the year 1916. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದಪ್ಪ ಹೋಮ್ ರೂಲ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು? ಐರ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. She was the lady from Ireland, no? She was an Irish lady, right? So this lady, she had observed home rule movement which was observed by the people of Ireland against English. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಲೋನೀಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. Ireland allu kuda, Ireland was also the colony of England, and they fought against England by organizing home rule movement. Okay, so here Srimati Annie Besant, she started home rule movement in India in the year 1916, children, and from two places. One is from Pune and another one is from Chennai. Okay, from these two places, she started home rule movement. She led home rule movement in Chennai, and Balagangadhar Tilak led home rule movement in Pune. Okay, from Pune, the leader of home rule movement was Balagangadhar Tilak, and from Chennai, the leader of home rule movement was Srimati Annie Besant. Okay, taking into her contribution to taking into consideration her contribution to Indian national movement. Finally, what happened? She was appointed as the first women president of Indian National Congress, children, in the year 1917. Okay, so ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸಭೆಯನ್ನ ನಡೆಸ್ತಿತ್ತು ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ, ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿನ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ನಾನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್. She was none other than Srimati Annie Besant. Okay, so this is how she gave a great contribution for Indian philosophy, Indian culture, and even for Indian freedom movement. A great lady, one of the very active members of Theosophical Society, that is your Annie Besant. Okay, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಕೈ ಎತ್ರಿ. ಇದ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋದ್ರಿ? ಪಕ್ಕ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ? ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ, are you there? Yes. Did you learn something about Srimati Annie Besant? Aniket? Aniket, where are you, Aniket? What is the strength now, Akshay?
47.
47. Where is Aniket missing today? I miss Aniket. Tejasvi Surya, MP from the Bengaluru Dakshina. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you learn something about Annie Besant, Swami Vivekananda?
Yes.
Really?
Ma'am.
Vidya? Vidya is there?
हाँ माताजी.
Very nice. Yashaswini is there? Yashaswini is there?
हाँ माताजी.
Sinchana D. Bhatru? Sinchana D. Bhatru?
Yes माताजी.
Are you there? Did you learn anything about these two people?
Yes माताजी.
Annie Besant, Swami Vivekananda, H.S. Alcott, Madam Blavatsky, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So many things we have learned now today. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Now it is 1 o'clock. What shall we do? Shall we continue for 15 more minutes? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, thank you. Let us continue for 15 minutes more, children. I have written so many things on the board now. That's why I want to continue. Now, after discussing about Theosophical Society and Ramakrishna Mission, we have to discuss about the South Indian socio-religious reformation movements. One is Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. Okay, see, up to here, long name it has got. Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. It was established in the year 1903 in the state of Kerala. Okay, ಕೇರಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಬರೀ ಸೊ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಮುಂಬೈ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಧರ್ಮ ಪರಿಪಾಲನಾ ಯೋಗಂ, it was established in Kerala state in the year 1903. Okay, it was established for the upliftment of this community as a Hava community. Okay, what is the name of that community, children? As a Hava community. and its founder was Narayana Guru. Okay, who was the founder of this one? It was Narayana Guru, Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam, and it was established by Narayana Guru. Okay, so this was mainly against what children? Caste system, untouchability, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ಓಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೇಳೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ this Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam was established. Then two companions were there with Narayana Guru. One is Dr. Palpu and another one is Dr. Kumaran. So these two people were the companions of Narayana Guru, children. Then you have Vayokam temple entry movement and Guruvayur temple entry movement. Okay, so two places. Vayokam temple entry movement was organized in the year 1924. Vayokam temple entry movement was organized in the year 1924, and this temple entry movement, it was supported by Periyar. Okay, about Periyar let us study later. So Vayokam temple entry movement and Guruvayur temple entry movements, they were launched by Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. What were its main teachings that we will have on the screen. After any besant, we have this person. This is Narayana Guru. He is the founder of Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam, children. Okay. Yes. Let us have the teachings of. Let us read out the teachings of Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam. If any new thing is there, no, let us understand it. So the caste difference were too much in Kerala, and there were many what prohibitions in place. During that period, all were not allowed to use facilities like tanks and roads. They were barred from wearing footwear. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಪಾಪ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರಿನ ವಿಚಾರ. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಚಪ್ಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲೇ ಚಪ್ಪಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋರು, ಚಪ್ಪಲ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ಅವರು untouchables, but they were not allowed to wear chappals. That was unfortunate, alva. So they were barred from wearing footwears, the people of Ezahava community. Then restrictions were there on women's dress also. These communities had to live without basic human rights. In order to address this issue, Sri Narayana Guru started Dharma Paripalana Yoga movement. One caste, one religion, one God for human beings was the basic idea of Sri Narayana Guru. Education is the only path to achieve this, he declared. He built temples for backward community as they were denied to enter the temples. Okay, one caste, one religion, one God. So this Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yoga, it mainly aimed for what, children? Achieving what? Solving the problem of untouchability and caste system. Okay, yeah. So now it is 1:06. I will finish next one, Periyar movement, no, in tomorrow's class, children. So tomorrow's class, let us finish this small part, and also what else we will do, children? We will discuss the question and answers, and also definitely tomorrow I will have a quiz, quick quiz here, online quiz we will have. Okay, I hope you all will be ready for all the 1-mark questions which you have learnt so far. So let us end the class here. Thank you very much.